ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர கோமளவும் வாழ்வு.
Okay. Dhanyasmi. So we are now heading towards the words of Padma Samhita, where the definition of Siddhantas are available. Ekaiva Murtihi Aradhya Pradhanyena Itaraha Punaha Devyaha Shriyadayaha Cha Api Sampujyaha Parivaravat. So only one idol must be worshipped. Eka eva Murtihi. Eka is a Strilinga Shabda, feminine gender word. So only one idol must be worshipped, Aradhya, Pradhanyena, as very important. Significantly, one must be worshipped. And Itaraha Punaha, but Itaraha, all others, like Devyaha, the goddesses, Shriyadayaha, Shri, etc. That means Mahalakshmi, etc., the goddess of fortune, etc. Api, also, they also, Sampujyaha, they must be honored. Parivaravat, just like the family. Parivara is family. So, Sriman Narayana must be worshipped as the only one figure, and then the all others, including the goddesses, will belong to his family. Then Ayudhaihi, with the weapons, Shankha, Chakra, Adyaihi. So Shankham, Kanch, Chakra, the wheel, discus or disc, we say. So Panchajanyam and Sudarshanam. Then Srivatsadyehi, etc. So Srivatsa, see what we call the scar on his chest, called Srivatsam. So again, etc. All others. Bhushanehi, with all the ornaments. So Murtimadbihi Parivrataha Kevalaha Va Ambujasana. In Padma Samhita, again the Lord Creator is being addressed Ambuja Asana. Ambu water, Ambujam lotus, Asanam seat. So one who is seated on the lotus. He Ambujasana, O Brahma, O Creator. So Kevalaha Parivrata Murtimadbihi. All the idols will be embellished with the Shankha, Chakra, Srivatsa, and of course these are special to Sriman Narayana. All the others will be in the form of tangible figures, idol worship. All will be in the form of idols. We are not going to worship what you call in the non-shaped form. So we are arupam. Arupam we don't recommend. So we have to rupam. So kachyate yatra tat proktam mantra siddhantam agrimam. So among the siddhantas, in this context, yatra means where, tatu proktam, that has been said, well said. Kachyate, now it is being explained. That is rather kachyate means again it is told. So mantra siddhantam agrim. As the first siddhanta as mantra siddhanta, involving scriptural words. Then Vasudeva Deha Vyuhaha. So again 4 names are there. So it is not given here. So Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Aniruddha and Pradyumna. If there is any doubt, you can get it clarified at the end of the session. So Vasudeva Adayaha. So Vasudeva, etc. That is with the other 3 names. Just now I repeat Sankarshana, Aniruddha and Pradyumna. Vyuhaha, their form is called Vyuhaha. They are Chatvarha, they are 4. Sadhakairapi. By those who practice this Padma Samhita, they are called Sadhakaha. Sadhakaha means one who practices, practitioner. Kramagatehi Tulyagakshaha Pujaha tu Prabhava Apyayi. So Kramagatehi, these practitioners come according to their rather tradition, you can say family also. What you call progeny. I think there is a different reading also, though this is very clear with big fonts. Keshadas Swami has shown in the monitor. We can go to the footnote if there is any different word. Yeah. So Sahadevahi or Kaksha Pujastu. Okay. So now let's go to Kramagataha. Kramagataha is the same word repeated here. So Kramagataha instead of Prathama Vibhakti, the nominative case, it is in instrumental case in the text. In the footnote, it is in the nominative case. Noun. So Kramagatehi, Tulya Kakshaha. These practitioners will be traditional practitioners, and when people also learnt the Padma Samhita in the right tradition. So that means they have the same class. Actually, Kaksha means class. Tamil Vahuppu, where the teacher conducts the class in the for the children, for the students, called the class. So Tulya Kakshaha, so people who have got the same knowledge, you can say, Pujyaha tu Prabhavapi. They must be also respected. Pujyaha, they must be respected. Practitioners, that means the priests must be respected. Archakas must be respected. Bhatta Acharyas must be respected. So Prabhava Apyaye, from the beginning, from the day 1. Then Karmanam api Sannyasaha Kachyate Yatra cha Agame. So in this Agama, namely Padma Samhita, we understand also the deposit of the actions is said. It's also we also have the deposit of actions said in this chapter. We already went through this karmana papi sanyasaha, and again we were discussing the deposit of kamya karma, and of course all the other karmas also, like karma. I mean, we are not depositing our wisdom, jnana, and bhakti. In the prapatti, we submit all our actions also, not only kamya karma, but also. And the point here is we can have the desire for the goal, namely only for the only goal called Vaikuntham or Paramapadam or Moksha, we call it. And again, there is another interpretation, another angle to look at the Sharanagati, namely Sharanagati itself. The very falling at the feet of the Lord is the moksha, and again it is again understood as the service to the Lord. Kainkarya prapti is the Sharanagati, prapatti. So with this, now we go to the next Siddhanta. So Tantram, Agama Siddhantam, Taduktam Kamalasana. So again, there are two Siddhantas given here. Kamalasana, O Creator. Kamalam, lotus, asana, seat, so seated in lotus, O Creator. Tantram, the procedure which we have to adopt in Agama Siddhanta is being said now. Has already been said now and it is being explained now. Navanam api murtinam pradhanyam yatra kachyate. We must find out the number, the particular number. So there are 9 figures, 9 idols. Navanam api murtinam. You can, I think you cannot mean it as a fresh one, new ones. There must be the number only. Nava also means new, fresh. So we are not talking about fresh idols, but only 9 idols. The importance is given to 9 idols in this Tantram and Agama Siddhanta. Tantra Siddhanta and Agama Siddhanta. So Murtayaha, the figures, the idols. For the idols, Dwadasha Angani, there are 12 limbs. Again, number is, this is the number. So Dwadasha, 12 Angani, limbs, parts of the divine figure. Teshameva Tathapare. So Murtayaha, the figures, the idols, and there, Tesham is T-H-E-I-R. So Dwadasha Angani, and Tatha Apare. And all other figures also have limbs. And the next one is Pradurbhava Ganaha Chapi. So there is another host group. HOST is here group, I mean. Gana group. So group of some more appearances. Pradurbhava. Pradurbhava is appearance, that means new formation. There is a group of new formations, and they are called Murti Antara Ganaha. Again, you have idols other than these 9 with 12 limbs each, you can say. Murti Antara Ganaha. Then again, in the appearances also you have a few more appearances. So Pradurbhavantara Yutaha. So what is the example? We will have to understand what is Pradurbhava later, and that is appearance, and what is the Pradurbhava, again subdivisions under Pradurbhava. So we now understand Sadik Devaihi. So each direction, quarter, Q-U-A-R-T-E-R, Disha we call it in Sanskrit. So Dik is Sanskrit again, Dik, Devaha. So there are 8 directions, 8 quarter guardians. So God, the protectors of the 8 directions. East, west, south, north, and then southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest. 8 directions. So they will also be with weapons. Saha Ayudhaihi. Of course, again, please remember, the weapons will be used only in a particular time when there is an emergency. Otherwise, There will be what we call, there will be ornaments to the idols. That's all. Again, of course, again one may find a servant of Lord Sriman Narayana. Again, if he is called God, you can take Indra and others. And even take, for example, Vyuha Rupa, Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. So each one has got a distinct weapon. And Keshav Swami will supply you the information that referring to these three names, Sankarshana, Aniruddha and Pradyumna, what are those weapons? What are the weapons attached to these three particular names? Or four, Vasudeva, and you will find that in all the four hands, similar to Sriman Narayana, they will have only one weapon in all the four hands. That is for your information. So only Chakra will be there for four hands. And again, Shankha will be for their four hands. These are, of course, what the Shastra says, we have to believe. That's all. Now this page is over, so we will go to. So again, we are in the first chapter, Prathamaha Adhikaraha. So Murti Madbihi, Devi Bihi. No, we are not talking, we are now talking about the goddesses. So Devi Bihi, the goddesses. One example will be, in each avatar incarnation, a different name is given to the same goddess. Same goddess. Please remember, same goddess is differently named. For example, Narasimha will have Chenju Lakshmi as his consort. Mahalakshmi is the consort of Sriman Narayana. Whereas we have got Sita for Rama, Rukmini for Krishna, and so on. So you have Murti Madbihi. Again, they are in the forms. Keshava is Shri. Okay. So Murti Madbihi. So Devi Bihi. By the goddess, with the goddesses in the form of idols. Lakshmiyadi Bihi is given clearly. So right. You are right. Because 12 names correspond to, as he says, the 12 names from Keshava to Damodara will have the same, different names of the same goddess with. So Keshavaya, when we say Shriyai, we say in Sanskrit. For Keshava and for Mahalakshmi. As he said, Narayanaya will have Amrutodbhavayai. And then Madhavaya will have Kamalayai. In that way, so Kamala will be the concept of Madhava. There's no, actually, there's no difference at all. Names are different. Meanings are different, but all meanings also are one and the same. The different, what we call, qualities of the goddess and god. So Lakshmi Adibihi, Abhi Sputam. Sputam, it is very clear. Sputam is clear. This clarity is there. These Devis will be, goddesses will be named as Lakshmi, etc. Tat Tantra Siddhanta Akvanam Chaturtham Paramam Puna. Now we are going to look at the fourth Siddhanta, Tatra Siddhanta. Akvanam is name. By calling, Akvanam is calling. So calling it Tantra Siddhanta, that is Chaturtham, the fourth. Chaturtham is fourth. It's a not a ordinary number, cardinal number. Not numeral, but cardinal. Chaturtham, fourth. The Paramam, it is the highest one, most important one. Punaha, again. Then Saumya Simhadi Bhuishta Vaktra Bhedehi Chaturmukha. Just now I said for Lakshmi Narasimha, we say Chanju Lakshmi. In that way, we have now again Brahma is addressed. You know why this Brahma is addressed again and again? Kamalasana, Ambujasana, Ambujodbhava, and then Chaturmukha and so on, four-faced Lord. Because he used to sleep during the lecture. Therefore, you have to wake him up. and so these names are mentioned. In every epic also, you find that some people ask questions, some people answer their questions. When they answer their questions, or when they give questions, the questioner will say, I'm interested in knowing this. And the answer giving person will be saying, if you are interested, I will tell you. If you carefully listen, I will tell you. That way. So Saumya Simha. So when you see the lion form, the man-lion form or lion-man form, generally I am also terribly afraid by the terrific appearance. Therefore, we have got a Saumya Simha, a pleasant lion. Saumya is a pleasant lion, looking good. So Saumya is, if you say call me Saumya or you, I call you Saumya, meaning a very good friend, dear to the heart. Your appearance also is nice. You have a pleasant look and a pleasant attitude, behavior. So and again, handsome also. If it is a man, it is handsome. And if it is a woman, it's beautiful. So Saumya, it will be a beautiful lady. And also a lady who will be kind. So it also shows kindness. So the man-lion form of Lord Sriman Narayana as Narasimha showed a lot of concern and love for the child Prahlada when he had to hate his father, Hiranyakashipu. So we have what we call a pleasant figure of the lion. It is not mentioned as here Lakshmi Narasimha, it's called the Saumya Simha. So Saumya Simha, the Bhuishta Vaktra. When you see a big face, in Sanskrit, there's a beautiful word which means lion. Panchananaha is it. Pancha-ananaha. I don't know, generally I don't understand the meaning earlier, but I now understand. Pancha-ananaha means, as you can guess easily, 5 faces. How can one have 5 faces? Even Lord Brahma had 5 faces. Lord Shiva has 5 faces. Even now they have the names for 5 faces of Lord Shiva. And then 5 faces of a lion. I mean, it's a big size, that's all. 5 faces put together make 1 face. So Bhuishta Vaktra. So Bhuishta is a large. So Vaktram is face. Then Bhedehi, by the differences in this bigger face, big face. So Chaturmukha, O Lord Creator, then Dvitriyadi Mukha Vedaha va Murtihi Eka Eva Pujyati. So whether the Lord has got 2 faces or 3 faces, Dvi is 2, 3 is 3. So Dvitriyadi is 2 or 3. Mukha Vedaha, if you have, in each temple you have different sculpture. So the sculptor makes different forms. So if there are differences in the sculpture, then Murtihi Eka Eva Pujyate. Only one is being worshipped. Eka, only one. Eva only, Eka, one. Pujyate is worshipped. And that means if you have 2 forms in the same temple, with one with 2 faces and with one the other with 3 faces, then only one, they must be placed in a single sanctum sanctorum and they will be worshipped. Only one will be worshipped. Maybe you can take it as the Molavar, the basic figure and the festival figure, Utsava. Molavaha, Molaha and Utsava. Tamil words are Molavar and Utsava. Samvrataha parivaraihi swair vinava sarva kamada. Now, what is our purpose? That we are going to be selfish. So, what is important here is when the family is associated with the main figure that we are talking about, namely worship of the main figures. If they are associated with the families, that is, for example, Sri Ranganatha will be associated with Sri Devi and Bhuma Devi, and Neela Devi also. So, Samvritaha Parivaraihi, Swaihi. So, whether they are associated with the families or not, Va, Vina Va, if they are without the family. So, Ranganatha, if he is appearing with these two goddesses, Sarva Kamadaha, they will grant all our desires. They will fulfill all our wishes. If they are even without these families, will give us the benefit of our worship. Now, what do you mean by that? That means are they not important or unimportant? No, both are important. We have to think of the divine couple rather than the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya insists on our thinking of the divine couple. We don't separate them. We don't even imagine to separate them. Now, so again, we are now going to the fourth. Of course, we are not comparing Sri Devi with Sri Vatsa, though the name contains the letters Sri, the syllable Sri. We are not equating Sri Vatsa with Sri Devi. We don't do that. Sri Devi is different, and the answer will be given to you at the end of the session. So, yatra tantrantaram tat syat chaturtham chaturanana. Again, the fourth time, the four-faced Lord is being addressed. Chatura anana. Chatura anana, four-faced. And you can give a different meaning for this word, a beautiful word. His mouth is shrewd. Chatura meaning, Chatuhu anana meaning four-faced. Ananam is face. Asyam is face. Mukham is face. Vadanam is face. Chatur anana will be Chatura anana will be Chaturanana. Chatuhu Visarga, then anana will be Chatuhu Chaturana. The second meaning will be his face, his mouth is shrewd. That is, he is able to ask good questions, useful questions, and then he wants to know. So that means he is after knowledge, he is after wisdom. That means he is wise, and so on. So, yatra tantrantaram tat syat chaturtham. So, we saw Tantra and Agama Siddhanta in the last paragraph, last page, and now we have Tantrantaram, another kind of procedure as a Siddhanta, and that will be also the fourth one. It will be included in the fourth one. Generally, there are only four divisions, four types. So, yena Siddhanta margena karshanadi kriya krita. So now you follow the path suggested and shown by the Siddhantas. And then what do? We drag the spirit of the Lord into the Divya Mangala Vigraha, as we say, the most auspicious divine figure in any materialistic form, metal, so and so on, mud, you can say, or any other form. There are so many materials available by which Panchaloka, we call it specially, Panchaloka. We mix 5 metals and the sculptor is able to do it. No, Srivatsa is in the center of the chest. Please note. That's what I understand. Srivatsa is in the center of the chest, whereas Mahalakshmi is on the left side of the chest, because we say our heart is on the left side. Some people say put it on the right side also. Let us make it clear by Pancaratra tradition. And instead of hiding the heart of the Lord, she may be placed on the right side of the chest, whereas Srivatsa will be in the middle of the chest. So we are not equating her with Srivatsa. So Adav, Karshanadi Kriya Krita, meaning the procedure of what you call Tantra. So the procedure to bring into the figure the spirit of the Lord, that is the divinity of the Lord. We have to do an action called Karshanam. Karshanam is exactly here Akarshanam. Akarshanam means attracting the Lord to the figure. Adav, in the beginning, Tenaiva, but that means by Karshanam, by attracting, Sakala na anya siddhanta vartmana. So all actions will be concentrating on this akarshanam or karshanam, not by any other path shown by any other siddhanta. So no, anya siddhanta, if you adopt some other siddhanta apart from these four, and there is no proper path available, proper process available, therefore you have to use karshana procedure, that is attractive procedure, only by following these four siddhantas. Especially, of course, the fourth one, where Tantra Siddhanta is available and Tantrantara Siddhanta is available. The fourth category contains Tantra Siddhanta, Tantrantara Siddhanta, and so on. So, Tantrenapi Tathayena Karshanadi Kriya Krita. So, not only Tantrantara Siddhanta will give us the right process of attracting the spirit of the Lord inside the figure, but also Tantra Siddhanta will also give. So Tantrenapi tatha yena. So when we are not clear about Tantra Siddhanta, we have to consult Tantrantara Siddhanta, a subdivision of the Tantra Siddhanta. And therefore Tantra, again, when I repeat the meaning procedure, so there should not be a procedural lapse on our behalf, on our side, so that the attraction is performed perfectly. So Tantrenapi tatha yena karshanadi kriya krita. Teneva sakala karya na tantrantara vatmana. So when you refer to a tantrantara siddhanta and follow the karshana, it should be in tune with, that means similar with tantra siddhanta, and all actions must be performed only by tantra siddhanta and not tantrantara siddhanta. So you don't look at the subdivisions of the Tantra procedure and then follow the action, but main Tantra Siddhanta should be consulted. And then Tantrantarepi. Now don't think that it is being confused now. So Tantrantarepi Kathitam. So we have something mentioned in the Tantrantara, the subdivisions of Tantra. Anuktam Grahyam Evahi. One may find some differences between Tantra Siddhanta and Tantrantara Siddhanta. If it is not mentioned in Tantrantara Siddhanta, you should not follow it. It should be accepted. Grahyam eva. Even if it is not said in Tantrantara, one has to look at the Tantra Siddhanta and it should be accepted. That means it should be followed. Now the problem here is Siddhanta Sankaraha, mixture of Siddhantas. Of course, the mixture will lead to confusion. So Siddhanta Sankaraha tasmat Tantra Sankaraha evacha. when you mix all the four Siddhantas, that is Mantra Siddhanta, Agama Siddhanta, Tantra Siddhanta, and Tantrantra Siddhanta, then the mixture will lead to confusion and mixture will be defective. Doshaya kalpate. Doshaya kalpate. It will lead to mistakes. So what will be resultant negative effect? Raja, Rashtra, Dhama, Shaya, Atmani. The president's palace, the king's palace will be in peril, will be in danger. Raja, king. Rashtra, the nation. Dhama, the palace, the house, the residence. Kshaya, reduction. That means some danger will occur to the very residence of the king. King's palace will be rather burned to ashes like that. You know the story in Ramayana. I want to just refer to that. And in order to understand the deep interest of King Janaka in learning Shastras from Yajnavalkya, the sage, and in order to show the poor students who envied or who were jealous of King Janaka of the capital city Mithila, so Yajnavalkya shows what we call an illusion. Yajnavalkya shows an illusion. And that is because King Janaka comes late to the class, to the session. So when he comes late to the class, the other students who are poor, they think ill of Janaka and they think bad of the teacher also. They think that the teacher allows the student to come late because he is a rich student and he will pay more fees, Guru Dakshina, tuition fees. But in order to educate them, Yajnavalkya gives us an illusion that whole Mithila city burns suddenly. All these students, including King Janaka, look at it. Look at the burning of the city. His own city, Janaka's city, Janaka's capital city. Janaka is still. Janaka doesn't feel anything remorseful, sad about this burning of the city. He might have understood the trick of Yajnavalkya also. And even otherwise, he is not bothered about, because he is a karma yogi. In Bhagavad Gita, we have saying Janakadeha. Janakadeha. Special mention is made by the Lord Krishna, who says about his previous father-in-law, Rama's father-in-law. Respect to Karmanaivahi samsiddhim aschita janakadayaha. This is a sentence in Bhagavad Gita. He was a karma yogi, and therefore he was he had no restlessness. And then all the other poor students tried to save their very meager belongings because the city is being burnt. And they finally found out that King Janaka was not perturbed, Perturbed. He was not a least perturbed by the burning of city. He said, it is not my city. It is not my city. But when he gave Sita in marriage to Rama, he said, Iyam Sita Mama Sutta. She is my daughter. He didn't beget the daughter. The child was found in the field of the sacrifice. He says with an attachment, Iyam Sita Mama Suta, Sakadharma Charitave, Pradicha Chainam Bhadrante Panim Girnishwa Panina. He asked Rama to hold her hand, Sita's hand. She is my daughter, he says. She is my daughter. So you find that people like us also must be what we say in generally Sanskrit and Tamil also, just like a water drop on the lotus leaf. Just like water drop on the lotus leaf. Padma patra stitam toyam. Padma patra stitam toyam. In the same way, we also say it in Tamil. Tamare ilai meedu tannir pole. Neer tuli pole. We must be attached to the world, we must be detached to the world. Both attachment and detachment should be our forte, speciality. So the palace of the king will be in danger, risk, if we do not worship properly following the tradition of Pancaratra. And put it in positive terms, the whole country will be safe. The leaders of the country will be safe. The people will be safe when the worship in the temple is proper. Siddhanta Sankare Jate Pramadat Tasya Shantai. Now what should happen? What should be done while the worship is not perfect? That means when we mix the traditions, the four traditions, Siddhanta Sankare Jate, so when the mixture has been misunderstood, then Pramadat, by oversight, Pramadat is in Telugu and Sanskrit, that means it is a danger. So oversight we say. That means we commit mistakes in writing or typing or talking, and we overshoot the mistake. So we don't recognize our own mistake. So Pramadat, Tasya Shantai, now to appease that, that means to make an atonement for that, to make an expiation for the mistake done by the mixture of the traditions. Kritva Samprokshanam Purvam. So the anointment of the entire temple must be carried out. So Samprokshanam. Samprokshanam again, as we said, simply as spilling of the water. Rather, I think one more word is there, so a better word. So prokshanam is sprinkling the water. Sprinkling. Prokshanam is sprinkling the water. Samprokshanam is sprinkling well the water. And as Keshav said, it's otherwise called in Sanskrit also, in Tamil also, Kumbha Abhisheka. Kumbha refers to the pot over the tower, and also pot in the yaga sacrifice, where the Kumbha water is taken from the yaga shala to the top of the tower. Meaning the Thirumanjanam, otherwise called in Sanskrit Sri Majjanam. Thirumanjanam in Tamil, Sri Majjanam, that is anointment of the pouring of the holy water on the whole temple, because we do it over the pots on the tower, higher tower, the Vimana, as we say, the dome. So the gods are inside the sanctum sanctorum. So everybody is being purified, sanctified. So Samprokshanam Purvam Kritva. So we must, as early as possible, perform the what we call Samprokshanam. And then what is the procedure in doing Samprokshanam? That is anointment, pouring the holy water on the deities and even on us, and then on the tower and so on. Entire place, entire campus of the temple. Sahasra Kalasha Aplava. It should be a flood. Aplavaha. Flood of water from 1,000 pots. So it's a strict procedure. So in Samprokshanam, you must use 1,000 pots of holy water, which have been purified, sanctified, made holy by the incantations of scriptural words from Mantra Siddhanta. And following the Tantra Siddhanta, the procedures, this must be done. So Kartavyaha. Now Sakastra Kalashaplavaha Kartavyaha. Take the last word in the previous line and go to the next line, the first word, and join them. So Sakastra Kalashaplavaha, flood of 1,000-pot water, Kartavyaha is to be done. And again, Snapanam Kuryat. Snapanam is another word, synonym for Majjanam, Manjanam Tamil, anointment in Sanskrit, English. Abhishekaha in another word in Sanskrit. So sanctifying, making it holy, purifying, and so on. Purification ritual. So Snapanam Kuryat. Simple meaning is snanam, making the deities take bath. So Tantra Sankara Sambhavi. When the mixture of traditions occur. Ante, at the end, Mahotsavam Kuryat. A great festival must be celebrated. Dhaja Arohana Purva. By hoisting a flag on the staff, on the pillar. So Dhaja Stambaha is there. Ante Mahotsavam Kuryat, at the end of the Samprokshanam. Rather, when you see a festival on a temple, hoisting a flag may be the first part of the ceremony. But yes, that's why it says Dvaja Arohana Purvakam. Any Samprokshanam will be preceded by the flag hoisting. Dvaja Arohana Purvakam. It will precede all the Dvaja Avarohana. Okay. The last festival end, at the end of the festival, you will get the downing of the flag. Avarohana. So with this, we complete this session today. And there are so many symbols over the pillar, Dvaja, the flag staff, like Garuda, Chakra. So even sometimes Hanuman. On 4 sides, you have so many figures. That's all in the deeper procedures in further. How to establish a pillar. And there is an Agama student in the sense he is an advocate from Bombay. And I told you about him yesterday. He is going to Supreme Court on behalf of the Hindu temples in India. And then he has studied some Agama books, especially Pancaratra. And I'll give you all the number. And we will also enlist his cooperation. And today he referred to Shaivagamas. And then he said, all these agamas are man-made. Some authors have said they are man-made, and I refuted. Of course, I didn't give him the authentic proof that they are not man-made. But I told him that we consider always they are not man-made, and therefore maybe Shaivagama is man-made, Vaikhanasa is man-made. Vaikhanasa tradition is from Vikhanasa, the sage, and therefore it is man-made. It may be man-made. And of course, when I write a book also, I can say that because my God is as Antaryami in my mind, he only does it. And some are by Devas and Rishis, they are all only what we call scribes, to write from the intuition that they got from the space. That's all we say. So they are not authors. That's what I mean. They are not authors of the books. The belief must be not superstitious. It's not a superstitious belief. That's what we must find out and understand. The story of Chenchu Lakshmi came after this. Could you give a brief version of the story of Chenchu Lakshmi? Sorry, I don't know, but the name is mentioned. I will tell you after I get it from get information from others. Why specifically Chenchu Lakshmi? Chenchu, the word itself is not understood by me. Yes, it is. It's given the name of the goddess accompanying Narasimha. Srimad Bhagavatam Vishnu Puranam says Mahalakshmi as Mahalakshmi. Right, you are right. So,
Swami, I suppose it is the forest tribals. The forest.
Right.
It is my guess, Swami. No authority having it.
Similar sounding is there. Similar sounding, right? You are right. You are right. Similar sounding is there. Chenchu refers to the. Of course, there is no reference to the forest with regard to the Narasimha incarnation because it happened in the palace of Hiranyakashipu from one of the pillars. It was a multi-pillared hall, and it was not a forest. But as you said, there is a similar sounding name for a forest goddess, a sylvan deity. We say sylvan deity. I'll let you know little later how this name came to. Let me ask somebody.
Okay. Ramanujadaya Patram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimad Venkatanathāryam Vande Vedanta Deshikam
कवितार्किक सिंहाय कल्याण गुणशालिने श्रीमते वेंकटेशाय वेदांत गुरवे नमः।
शिरोभंक पंचानन पराक्रमा श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्यस्य चिरं विजेतां भुवि சீரொன்றுதோப்போதிருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய